Yes, and we're back. Another episode of the Northern Lights Podcast, Minnesota Cannabis College. We're here cooking with Clem, Dr. Clem Dabney III, PhD.
Thank you. Yeah, so now we're going to cook some Cajun shrimp. It's probably one of my favorite dishes to make with our Cajun seasoning. So the Cajun seasoning comes with, 10 packs of 5 grams of Cajun seasoning. Each pack has 5 milligrams of hemp-derived THC. So it's a nice way to, get your savory options for like an edible option, because I think a lot of the edibles tend to be gummies or be things that are like candies and are sweet. But I think this gives a little bit more versatility to the product offerings out there on the marketplace.
I mean, really, if you think about Minnesota edibles, you think of gummies, chocolate, and these beverages. It's like there's not a lot of other options that are prevalent, right?
Exactly, yeah. I think the only, outside of, my seasonings, and I think Granny's pretzels.
I love those.
Yeah, let's do that OG flavor, original flavor of Granny's pretzels, and the cheddar. Oh, man, fire.
I said it's dangerously delicious. It's like you got to dose yourself. You got to remember, you can't eat the whole bag.
Yeah, you want to snack them. It's just like, and they're only 1 milligram, so you get a little zealous. And I can't not stop. I'll just tell a little story about Granny. So me and Granny used to work at a place together out in White Bear Lake, and I got to be alongside him while he was making a lot of these R&D flavors.
Yeah.
Man, that was troublesome. I call that my pretzel period. I would just leave work and try to get home in my car.
You say try.
Every time was a success. But,
oh, my God.
So we'll get back to the Cajun seasoning. So, yeah, we got, 1.5 pounds of shrimp. We're going to toss them in a bag here. Just make sure we don't dump them. Needs about a 1/4 teaspoon of some salt.
That's the Himalayan pink sea salt?
So some Himalayan pink sea salt and an automatic grinder.
Damn, I need one of those.
Yeah, these are bomb. I got them on Amazon. I'll send you the link.
All right.
I got a pepper one too, man. Oh, game changing.
It's like the Puffco of salt grinders.
Yeah, but think when you're grinding up, you're cooking for a bunch of people in the summertime, having people over or whatever. You're trying to cook
Yeah, that'll save time and energy. Right.
Yeah, wrist pain trying to grind up all that.
Getting carpal tunnel.
Yeah, grind up all that pepper. So right now I'm just going to mix them. I'm going to get them all coated with, so we put a tablespoon of vegetable oil. So this time we use some canola oil, but you could use olive oil or whatever oil you're comfortable with. Mm-hmm. So we're just getting them all coated with the salt and the vegetable oil. And then we're going to start to open up some of these packets of the Cajun seasoning.
How much of the seasoning do you add? You said this is 1.5 pounds of shrimp?
This is 1.5 pounds of shrimp. So I think you can leave it up to your own discretion. So back in the day, I used to make these with a scoop, and it would just be 50 milligrams, and sometimes I'd be over at a friend's place, and they just dump it a whole bag. So
those were the days before dosing became
yeah,
prevalent.
those were the days before the Minnesota Department of Health was like, yo, you need to have an actual serving size. So we switched to these cool little pretty serving bags. So we'll start with 3, and we'll see how well everything gets coated in here, and then we can decide to up it. I think I might throw one more in here. Make it 20 megs, and we can share with our friends.
Wow. I love the colors.
It's really pretty vibrant oranges and pinks.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Especially with my mushroom eyes. Yeah, me and my son, we put Creole seasoning on fucking everything just there. I mean, not everything, but most things.
Yeah, really, you gave me some Creole seasoning.
Yeah.
I've started putting that on everything. I need to figure out how to recreate that.
Yeah. Definitely from the same region,
Because you spent some time down there, right? You lived down there for a while?
Yeah, I lived down there for a few years in my early adulthood. I married a woman from New Orleans. So Louisiana's like my second home state.
So now, we just got it mixed up here. And we're going to throw it on our griddle.
Nice.
And get to cooking.
I mean, my mouth is watering for real, for real. This is not a fucking act.
I'm gonna take these off, and hopefully we can hear me. So
As long as you talk within like an inch or two from the mic. And you could talk over it. You ain't got to talk into it. Man, ooh. I always love the sizzling sound of grilling.
So yeah, so now I'm just gonna get them in their own little spots, just kind of spread them out so we can get some good caramelization on them. Because these are these are already pre-cooked.
Yeah.
I shouldn't touch them with my hands.
Wow. I don't think I'm going to have room for dinner by the time we leave here. Ooh, that's sexy. Hey. I can't even do it. Sound effects.
But yeah, thanks to the Northern Lights podcast again.
Thank
for
you.
having us out
Thanks
here.
for cooking with us, Clem.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah. Minnesota's finest. Doc Dab's Healthy Highs. Minnesota Cannabis College. Northern Lights podcast. Shout out to all the people who are going to make the Minnesota cannabis industry ultimately the best in the country. You know, imagine the Minnesota market in 20 years when we have that maturity. We're going to have as good of products as you can get anywhere, you know. I'm excited about the development of the genetics in our cannabis. And, yeah, the science, the culture. So much fun. I remember we did an event, like, it seemed like it was a decade ago. You did this event called Thanksgiving, remember?
Yep.
Everything was infused except the guacamole.
Yep, yeah, I do remember that.
I remember the conversations were raging. There was like 40, 50 people there. Everybody was yapping for like 45 minutes.
Remember that big volcano bag? It was like a 4-foot volcano bag.
Oh, my God. That shit is abusive. Bigger than a small child. But all the conversations kind of came to a halt for a while. And people were just like peeking. And it was silent for like 20 minutes. Then I think Michael McDowell stood up like, I need to get some fresh air. And then people started talking again. It was crazy.
Yeah, there probably wasn't much air left in the room with all the smoke.
Yeah, it's what all those edibles hit.
Yeah, so this is a nice dish because, you know, this one's pretty easy. You've seen us do this live here. It's really just like 3 ingredients. You know, the Cajun seasoning, some salt, some cooking oil, and shrimp, I guess 4 ingredients.
Would you sprinkle any like citrus on here or like use any type of dip or just straight up? I mean, it's well seasoned.
I do them straight up. But
Yeah,
but you could make a really nice dip to kind of cool it down because Cajun can be spicy for some people.
Yeah, I like spice though. I have a high tolerance for it. But a low tolerance on edibles, so I got to be careful. I think I'm like at max, if I don't have nothing else to do, like 50 milligrams.
50 milligrams, yeah. I think I'm about...
And that's a lot for me.
I can do about 100, but then I feel like I'm melting.
Yeah.
So up at 50 is probably my safe spot, too.
Yeah. I don't want to feel like I got a heavy helmet on my head, you know? A weighted mental blanket.
I think we're about ready here.
Wow. This is exclusive, people. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. We do this for the viewers, for the listeners, for the Minnesota cannabis community. Shout out to all of the friends of the Minnesota Cannabis College. One by one, we're involving the who's who of Minnesota cannabis.
Yeah, what's next up for the Cannabis College in terms of classes people can look out for?
Well, we have a class on April 15th with Bovida on how to dry and cure plants properly. So in the wintertime, we scheduled classes, January, February, March, April, and we're now approaching April. So we're doing this class. We just had the class with you. How did you enjoy that?
I liked it a lot. I think people took a lot out of it.
Grow Big Plants
Grow
class.
Big Plants. I'm hoping that people, in 4 months from now, hit me back up and are like sending me pictures of their grows.
Hey.
Saying that, they learned a couple of things that they adopted in their practices and they've been able to increase their yield. I think, it was a lot of fun. It was basically a packed room. People were pulling in chairs. And,
Actually, it was a little too high, so I had to leave.
I wondered where you went to.
That doesn't normally happen. I was like, I just have no capacity right now to concentrate and be around these people because I'm extra sensitive right now.
Well, let this cool down a little bit. I think we can give it a try. I guess I'll do a shameless plug. So April 21st at the new Dabbler Depot store, there's going to be I'm going to be hosting a class with them on creating your own feminized seed.
Oh.
So if you want to come out, we'll have some female plants ready to get induced. If you want to come out and learn how to make some induction spray, and if you want to learn how to treat some plants with some silver nitrate to make male flowers on a female cannabis plant, you should come out and check that out.
Learn from the best in the Midwest, upper Midwest, the land of 10,000 lakes, the North Star State.
Marcus, talk a little bit when you're done chewing about the aroma in the room and sort of the smell that we're getting off of this right now.
I mean, I feel like I'm at home because the smells are so delectably delightful. Yo, this is the type of stuff that you have to remember yourself that there's a dosing involved. It's dangerously delicious.
I got a fun story about some of this. I went over to my buddy Opie's house. So he runs a company called On Point, and he was actually the one that kind of got me to start making this Cajun shrimp at home. So we went over to his place. He's got one of these flat tops on a grill or whatever. And he made me some Cajun shrimp. I went to go pick up my son, and then I'm like, why am I so stoned right now?
Right, he didn't warn you?
I was like trying to do, he did warn me. He told me about it, but I just wasn't thinking about it, because you usually think about smoking or dabbing or eating a traditional edible, and I was trying to do this self-inventory of why am I stoned? I was the damn shrimp. But let's give these a try. Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, that's delicious. Yeah, I remember in my earlier days of edible consumption, eating something and then forgetting that I ate it because it takes a while to kick in, and then 45 minutes later, why am I feeling so good? I forgot that I ate it. But that's why dosing matters, because it feels good when you get the right dose. If you do too much, it's like, when is this going to end? This is not pleasant.
But I guess one nice thing about, our seasonings product is that it's made with some nano THC powder. So it hits a little bit faster than your traditional edibles.
So fast acting?
Fast acting.
Is it as long as does it last as long?
I seem to know it, probably a little bit shorter.
Okay.
It's a bit more bioavailable faster.
But everything's relative. A little bit shorter is probably an easier time than if you eat some shit and you're like, oh, I'm high for 2 days. I've heard people say they've been high for multiple days, and I'm like, damn, I wouldn't want to feel that.
Yeah, but a high hangover. Yeah, I need to stop. We need to give some of these out. I'm eating too many of these shrimp. I feel like Bubba Gump right now.
Should we go get some of our friends at Dabbler Depot and see if they want to try some?
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Yeah, because I need some help removing this out of my reach.
Oh my gosh. This looks absolutely wild. Thank you, sir. Shut up, that's
Tell us
so good.
when you're done chewing. Tell us what you think. Tell us.
That is incredible. Like it gives you, there's a little bit of like a blackened flavor on there. It like really, really adds to that. Like you get that spice, but like that like really of that like blackened spice flavor, I think is like really where it's hitting. Like, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I don't know what to say.
You can have some
Okay.
fantastic food too.
Oh, yeah, we are.
We got the Maryland transplant. So
From Maryland. Which one am I eating? Just grab one.
Yeah, just go. Yeah.
It smells so fucking good.
Welcome to Minnesota.
All right. Okay. That's really good.
all
You
right,
up in
now
here.
I gotta hop in. Get
One
the
by
whole
one.
Dabbler game.
One by one. Hey,
It smells good. Oh, we got one more.
it smells good in here. And you can taste it too.
Oh, shrimp. I can't have shrimp.
Oh,
Oh, but it's I need it for some chicken maybe. Holy shit! Wow. I kind of floated over here like a Disney character, smelling like apple pie. I just kind of lifted off the ground. We love it. Hey gang.
hey, what's up, Jordan? Good. How are you?
Yeah,
Peace.
this is awesome. So how many bags did you use?
Use 4 bags.
4 bags.
There's about 20 shrimp in there. So each shrimp is about 1 milligram.
That's awesome. That's super cool.
Right, that's manageable.
Right? Yeah.
That could sub out Old Bay for me from Maryland. Like I could do like a big crab boil with that. That'd be
This
awesome.
guy also carries.
You do
like,
crab boils?
emotional
Yeah,
support.
Nice.
He
I
has
love
a
it.
tin of Old Bay with him everywhere he goes. It's his emotional support Old
It's
Bay.
in the car
so-
right now. 'Cause I was
Do you have a Maryland flag?
in my house? Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I swear Maryland goes the hardest for their state flag
Yeah, we do.
of all the
I
states.
like the new
For real.
Minnesotan flag.
Yeah, it's dope.
Nice,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that old one, I would never have that in my house. Like, burn it.
Your version of it's far better.
All right, I just had to say, I was like, that's killer. I would put that on crabs right now.
Well, you can get some over.
Man, I
Dabbler
mean,
Depot
these are
coffee.
real
Thanks,
endorsements right here, live
Thanks,
on
guys.
it.
That was incredible. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
We'll try not to eat any more of these.
How does it feel? I'm going to eat one more.
I might
How does it feel to hear these raving reviews? I mean, these are not paid actors.
It feels really good. I think it's. Let's get this a little closer so you can hear me. Yeah, it feels really good that my hard work is paying off and people are experiencing my product and have kind things to say about it and good reviews and yeah, it's like actualization of all the hard work.
Yeah, that must be fulfilling.
It does. It feels
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I often think about people who like produce products and do they ever like lose sight of the fact that like hundreds or thousands of people are like consuming it, and they're doing it for a reason, to feel good, to feel better. You know what I'm saying? So you're really like touching lives, little things mean a lot.
It really does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard I've had so many good emails about the nighttime tea.
Yeah.
Like helping people sleep. That's probably one of our biggest selling items is the nighttime tea. So it's like a blend of THC, CBD, and CBN and a lavender chamomile tea. And just, hearing people say that, it helped them get to sleep and stay asleep. And it's kind of a beautiful thing. It's nice to be able to make something that I enjoy, that also that other people enjoy and get a benefit from.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, besides getting high, having fun getting high, which is a good thing to do. I recommend it every day. A lot of people, like, they benefit because they got chronic pain or they got sleep issues or stress and anxiety, depression, So it's like it all boils down to wanting to feel better. So shout out to Cannabis for
Shout out
doing
Cannabis,
that.
Yeah, I think the medicinal application along with the recreational applications are great.
Yeah, I mean, having fun is the thing. Like, we don't have to be focused on our illnesses. We should be focused on our wellness and be like, yeah, I'm going to get high. Because it's fun.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's good. Keep playing. Keep your inner child. I mean, 21 plus. But stay in touch with your inner child. And that's another episode with Cooking with Clem.